what's next for you, or have you said that you don't know?
Yeah, don't know. Just kind
Is
of.
there kind of like how do I put this? Is that a good feeling? And I only ask just because when you work very, very micro budget, like I'm saying, we're shooting movies in a few hours. Mel, I literally have 9 movies that I need to edit. I
Yeah.
mean, as you can tell, 9 movies. It's not gonna be Bridge on the River Kwai. Like, you know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right, right, right.
they're gonna be what they're gonna be. I have things that I'm always writing, books and stuff like that. What's that like? Kind of like the empty canvas. Like, do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you used to it? What's the
I like it because it lets me kind of get centered and be calm about it all, and get time to reflect. And usually that's the kind of stuff, or those are that's the time that I need to then have something like out of nowhere lightning strike me, and then be like, oh shit, that's it. Like that's it. Even it was the same with the song. Even like any creative thing for me, that's kind of how I operate, because I was stressing over writing that damn musical number before I wrote it, and then I kind of just did try not to think about it for a while, and then out of nowhere I'm like, oh, here it is, boom. Like I have to have my mind be quiet for a while. So
and did you have that luxury to not think about it because of the grant and because you had more like time? Is
yeah,
that because I'm just saying, like, you knew that that musical number was important,
yeah.
but you didn't feel sort of like a pressure of like, oh, I got to get this done, I got to do something, or was it like,
No,
I need to give, I have the time?
it was more like I have the time, but not just that. Like I've got to give myself the time, because the way I had to approach the movie, because like I said, I was still kind of stressing out about other stuff or past experiences. I would have to I'm like, let me only shoot what's directly in front of me, like what's ahead of me. Let me get through the next 3 days. So I wouldn't flip out, because at the time we had actually planned, or I had planned, the musical number to be full live action. Like we had a choreographer, we had dancers lined up. We were going to have like theatrical backgrounds. I had a studio rented that we were going to shoot it at. But I started because I was like, oh my God, that seems like it's, I started freaking out about it, because I've had those kind of experiences, like those huge scenes on other movies where I've had to figure out so many logistics, and then there's all that stuff that goes wrong on the day, those have always almost broken me, So I'm like, why am I doing this to myself one more time? So I was like, let's just shoot what we need. I won't mention the musical number, and then I'll put it together in such a way to where if I cut it out entirely, maybe I'll really miss it. I really miss the opportunity, but the movie will still work without it, right? So there's a version that didn't have it in there, where it just cuts from that scene to the next. But then after we got through everything, and then I got through the experience with Angelo, and it was great, and it kind of started filling my tank up again. I was like, okay, yeah, let me think about this. And I kind of roughly edited the stuff we'd already shot and said, let me think about this. Let me see if I get my head around it. Let me see if I can write this song. And then once I wrote it, I'm like, oh shit, this works. And then at that time, another thing that pushed me to finish or to get it done, Kelly Scott from Failure, the drummer, was doing this thing. It was during COVID or right after, where you could have him record drums on your song for extremely cheaply. Like whatever it was, if it was a demo, you're just hashing out ideas, finished idea, but he'd do it. And he's like one of my favorite drummers. So I'm like, well, shit, dude, let me jump on this. And so when I got the song back with his drums, I'm like, oh shit, it's like a real thing now. That pushed me. Like I re-recorded all my instruments, and I was like, oh crap, now it sounds good. And then that's when I approached Angelo, and I was like, hey, I've got this. But at the same time, I knew in the back of my head, I'm like, you know what? We have the song, we're going to do it, but I don't have it in me to now plan this big scene and bring everybody back. I just can't. Like I knew that I just didn't have the mental capacity to do it, and I would spin out. It would just be too much. So then I started thinking, well, what if I just do it animated, like the rest other stuff in the movie, and I'll just send it to different animators, because I work with this company in India has done a lot of special effects for us on a lot of the previous movies. And they always ask me about 2D animation. Do you have any 2D animation work? Can you send us some 2D animation? And I said, you know what? I do. So I had them bid on it, and it was well within what we had. So I said, yeah, let them do it. and then it'll just be like a different kind of look, and it'll be cool, and we can do whatever we want. So that's kind of how that got birthed. It just kind of got, it is the way it is through just me kind of working through it that whole time.
Well, Mel, I have some questions for you, but it's more off recording stuff.
Sure.
Thank you so much for doing this. I'm gonna stop recording, but hey, dude, it's been great getting to like talk to you. I've always had so many questions every time I see your films. That's why I'm like, dude, we should do an interview.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, man. I really enjoyed it.